think about your sales org, and I don't mean your revenue org, quite frankly, I should say that, as a sales lab. And you know how engineers have hackathons, right? They kind of pick something, right? Something, whatever, and they kind of nerd out on it for a little while. Well, I think we should do the same thing in sales. Because look, every rep right now is looking over their shoulder, wondering what the hell's going on. When are they going to get replaced? They're all playing with it in some form or fashion, some really deep, some not, right? And so why not put some structure around this and leverage the entire team to figure out how to get through this? So if you, for instance, take a scientific approach of split testing and trying different things, which I think is huge, right? Somebody asked me, John, if you could go back and tell your 22-year-old self something, what would it be? Number one answer was A/B split test everything. And I mean that, right? Even if, say you're making cold calls, right? You got to pick a persona, CIOs in healthcare, for instance. Come up with 2 different messages to CIOs in healthcare. Make 20 phone calls with this approach, make 20 phone calls with that approach, right? An email, if you got 50 emails, right, that can go out to one persona, great, like 50. Break them up, 25, tweak the subject line. Objection handling. I always say with objection handling, it's not rocket science, it's just science. Write down an objection that you're getting smoked on right now, like just smoked on, right? And then Google best way of handling that objection, right? You're going to get idiots like me with tips and stuff like that, techniques. Find 2 that you really like. And the next 10 times that objection comes up, deal with it this way. The next 10 times, deal with it that way. See which one yields a higher response rate. So this science mentality, right? Everybody thinks, oh, sales is an art form. It's obviously both a science and an art. I actually think sales should be way more of a science than an art, because the science lays the foundation for the art form to be that much more effective. And we can test and learn from it. But like I said, we got to give it some structure, because if you don't give it structure, then it's all over the place, right? So for instance, I'll give you an example here. Salesforce, they came out with their state of sales report here, right? And this just came out probably about 3 or 4 months ago. And I think a lot of us have seen this stat, right? That only 20, you don't even really need to see the statistic. You know for a fact, if you're in sales, that you really only spend 20, 30% of your time actually selling. The rest of it is just filled with admin crap. Well, all those admin things, those areas that AI can help us with. And if we can get time back to spend more time actually engaging with clients, actually selling, well, then now we can start to actually move the dial a little bit. And so when I talk about a sales lab, here's some advice, right? Or something to think about. Friday afternoons from 2 to 4 o'clock, right? Whatever. Everybody get together. And whether it's virtually or in person, and pick a topic, right? Just kind of like a hackathon with engineers, right? Let's do a sales hackathon. Let's pick a topic, any topic related to any part of the sales process that we see AI can be efficient with. And say, okay, give some parameters and say, all right, everybody, this is what we're trying to figure out. Account research, writing emails more efficiently, creating cadences, doing summary emails after the fact, creating a business use case, whatever those things are, okay? Pick one piece of that. And then tell everybody, you got 2 hours, break up into teams, and whoever can find an AI tool that can do that more efficiently than what we're doing now wins the day, right? Whatever, we buy them drinks or whatever it is. And by doing that and creating that type of environment, well, now during those 2 hours, you're going to have your senior reps and your junior reps working together with each other. And the senior reps are going to bring their experience and their business acumen. The junior reps are going to bring their technical background and insights. And so job satisfaction will go up because they'll be working together. You can even bring in product and engineering on that, because engineers are way better at writing prompts and those type of things than we are. So they can actually help us do this, right? So there's collaboration, there's cool stuff that we can do there. And if you happen to find a tool that is super efficient in one of these areas, well, guess what? You can reduce your tech stack and probably reduce your spend on some of the other stuff we're spending money on. And it'll help us transition through this mess, as opposed to just being like pretending it's not happening or ripping and replacing.